Welcome to Games I Bought for the Cover. No research, no reviews, just me, a teenager with allowance money, sprinting toward the checkout because cardboard art whispered sweet promises. Today's pick has gore, aliens, and a woman who could double as both action hero and late-night cable nightmare fuel. This week's featured PlayStation title is Steel Harbinger.
The great trade wars began.
Front cover. Half human, half machine protagonist holding a giant weapon, staring straight into your soul like she knows you skipped leg day. Background. A wasteland on fire, mutant corpses, and the faint smell of we desperately wanted an R rating. The logo is pure 90s, jagged chrome letters dipped in blood red gradients. If fonts could scream, this one would never stop. Small, but critical detail, the tagline promises a new breed of hero. Translation? Expect body horror with a side of empowerment. This is the kind of cover that made you think you were buying the next blockbuster sci-fi movie. My wallet never stood a chance. Game info and story.
And there was nothing we could do. What little defense we had was crushed almost by myself, brought together to attempt to learn what the pod's weaknesses had opened. I've never seen anything like this.
You play as Miranda Bowen, a survivor infected during an alien invasion who becomes a half-human, half-alien hybrid. Her mission: use her mutation as a weapon and save what's left of humanity. Top-down shooting with plenty of gore. Weapons range from flamethrowers to lasers, and Miranda can literally tear apart enemies with her mutated arm.
Miranda was only partially converted. Part of her was still. Time was running
The
out.
game is packed with live action FMV cutscenes, equal parts ambitious and gloriously B-movie awkward. It's 90s sci-fi cheese turned into a video game, and it never apologizes. Levels are brutal and filled with endless alien hordes. Ammo management matters, and cheap deaths are guaranteed, but the carnage, very, very 1996.
Human saved.
Public reactions and review. Steel Harbinger is like someone filmed a sci-fi channel movie and forgot to tell the cast it was a video game. The cover promised sexy, violent sci-fi. The game delivered violent, yes. Sexy? Questionable.
Human saved.
Controls are clunky, but once you accept it, mowing down mutants is cathartic in a late-night rental kind of way. Amazon review said, I bought it CIB for the FMVs. Still waiting for Aoi when to give Miranda a Netflix reboot.
Human saved.
Game Facts Forum? Better box art than gameplay, but all to end this mess at parties.
Human saved. Human saved.
Isn't it time you got to know Kansas City? It's not only our nation's new capital.
As a kid,
it's a
this
really
looked
fun place
like
to
Resident Evil with aliens. As an adult, I realize it's more like Gauntlet with extra do.
And unlike Washington, D.C., Kansas City has very little crime. And if that's not enough, it's just minutes away from the world's biggest ball of twine.
Soundtrack is industrial chaos. Perfect for blasting out and less perfect for your parents' living room.
It appears that we're getting more and more stories in about these pod sightings in Houston, Kansas City, and Denver.
It looks also, Jeff, like we're getting sightings.
The gore effects were wild for PS1. Heads flying, blood splattering. This was someone edgy dream
We
project.
have no solid information as yet. It's important to stay calm. I want to repeat that these sightings are unconfirmed. Jane? No!
FMVs are hilarious. I think the one you can build in cabin. I rented it because the cover looked like an R-rated Terminator spinoff. Returned it muttering about tank controls. Miranda deserved the sequels. Instead, she was buried in bargain bins by 1998.
Human killed.
Human saved.
Human killed.
Not a hidden gem, but definitely the kind of game that makes people go, wait, this exists? Behind the game. Mindscape promoted Steel Harbinger as a bold, adult-themed action title, lots of magazine ads dripping with blood and attitude. The target? Teenagers who rented anything with gore. The back cover promised a savage, fight-free humanity future with intense cinematic action. Translation: FMV cutscenes and gallons of pixel blood. Released in 1996, Steel Harbinger had to compete with Resident Evil, Twisted Metal 2, and Tomb Raider. Next to those juggernauts, it looked more like a late-night cable knockoff. Loose disc, around $10. Complete in box with manual, $25 to $40. Sealed, could fetch $100 plus from collectors you love oddities. Good, bad. Good. Unique predators, half human, half alien heroine with grotesque powers. Gore and entities create a distinct 90s atmosphere. Cover art is unforgettable, teak, edgy PS1. Weird charm for fans of sci-fi B-movies. Bad. Clunky controls and awkward top-down perspective. Level design are innovative. Acting it at the basis intentionally convenient. Released against far stronger competition, ensuring obscurity.
Human saved.
Trivia.
In these hard times, isn't it nice to know that you have a friend to
The
turn
game's
to?
lead actress, Melinda Clark, went on to a real Hollywood career appearing in the
With
OC and
Purdue,
Say
the
as
hard times
I.
just got easier.
Developers claimed Miranda Shazai was inspired by both Terminator and comic book anti-heroes.
Are you tired of your head getting sunburned? Would you like
The
to
gore
look
effects
your
were
younger?
turned out in Islam mute persons.
Scientists at the Nematode Institute have discovered a revolutionary treatment to reverse the balding process. These genetically engineered worms will burrow into your head with very little pain. And in less than 24 hours, you can have a full head of worms and look 20 years younger. With
Steel
worms,
Harbinger
you're
was one of the
covered.
few PS1 to heavily feature mid gameplay. The title was almost Harbinger of Steel that was shortened to sound edgier. Original marketing hint and its sequel did never materialize. Steel Harbinger is equal parts violent shooter and late-night sci-fi B-movie. The cover sold me, the gore get me, what ding in the earth, the V's cack the elastic. If you love bizarre relics of 90s gaming, hit subscribe and tell me your favorite, but it for the cover disaster and the comments.